The economic impact of this development is going to be extremely powerful.
It's a connection between all the people that live over here and all the people that live over there. I mean, it's just such a great vision.
It's going to be something that's going to be transformational.
It is at the gateway of East Lansing, it's at the gateway of Michigan State. Therefore, there's a tremendous responsibility as the developer to make sure that this development will stand the test of time and be a community asset.
If you had told me as recently as 5 years ago that something like this project could happen, I would never have believed it.
The city of East Lansing had a failed project that took place across the street from this. As a result of that, there was a healthy skepticism that we would fail with our project, that we would be just another developer.
The community had never met anybody like Harbor Bay before. So everything we did, every turn we made, it was challenged.
You know, it's a small city, so everyone was gun shy.
You know, often we have a developer who comes in and, you know, it takes 3 weeks for us to get an answer to something. We had none of that. The Harbor Bay personnel were at every meeting. They had a group of people ready to work, ready to deal, ready to interact with our own staff at all times.
What they actually did was sat down, began to listen, and incorporate those design concepts into their actual project.
Truthfully, we like projects that have a lot of challenges because we find that they can be the most impactful to communities for many generations to come.
I don't know how many hours Mark Bell spent on the highway coming in from Chicago or wherever he might be in order to make a meeting personally, which often doesn't happen. That was extremely impressive to me. I can tell you, I've had a lot of meetings with developers that are on conference call. They're never as effective as a face-to-face meeting.
I think the thing that's unique about Harbor Bay is that they are interested in doing the impossible.
So what Harbor Bay was able to do was to come into a community, understand that community, and then incorporate a project that's not just a development or a real estate project, but it's actually something that is going to transform the community into something a lot of people have been wishing and hoping for.
They really understand what it means to come into a city of our size and do something this dramatically different. And their willingness to engage the community has been stunning throughout.
This is an awesome example of a public-private partnership where you have the financiers and the laborers and the investors and the city.
What they're looking to do is transform a community. You can't just do that by yourself. You need to include the right partners.
They picked a local construction company. Being a recent graduate of Michigan State University, I feel truly honored to be a part of this first landmark project for East Lansing.
Right out of the gate, before we even began, I reached out to the labor unions.
They came in and wanted to meet local labor and show just a genuine respect that we don't typically see.
Mark and his team had requested the meeting early on, long before the project was actually totally public, and we don't always get that opportunity, so it was really nice to have that sit-down meeting up front.
To see that it's all local workers that are on site and doing the work, I think is great.
From the construction side, $95 million worth of construction exclusively with local building trades is a big deal.
The upgrades in the infrastructure on Grand Avenue, that is unheard of for a developer to come in and lay that kind of investment down. The second thing was the parking ramp. When I found out that he was turning that over to East Lansing immediately for them to start gaining revenue, I was shocked.
Local labor appreciates what happened here.
What really makes this project stand out is the mosaic of uses.
That's something East Lansing has wanted for a long time, is diversity of resident mix in that downtown area.
They're so experienced in doing urban housing and urban mixed-use projects that there was a great convergence of ideas right away.
We create spaces always driven by experience. And for me, the aesthetics of that are a natural flow out of that experience.
Now that I'm in that demographic, I could assure you that people my age are not going gentle into that night. I mean, we want to be active, we want to be engaged.
And yes, it's radical when you start thinking about it, but for people who are living it, it is just the next logical step. What Harbor Bay is doing is they're creating the next logical way of living.
With our Albert Avenue Active Adults project, we really wanted to create an environment for these people who have owned homes. They're used to mowing their own lawns. We wanted to provide a space for them that it feels like they're staying at a resort.
For this particular property, the amenities are very strong. I mean, we've got club rooms. We have a kitchen that could certainly house friends and family again, exercise rooms, and most importantly, for those people that are not looking to retire, that want to go into consulting, we have libraries and meeting rooms for them. Add to that a great rooftop amenity where you could get together with your neighbors and plant vegetables and herbs. It's got the whole package.
The adults have a project that is a bit higher end, nicer finishes that they may be used to. And so we really wanted to create individualized experience while still having a brand.
And for the first time, people will have an elevated view. So we don't have any tall buildings in East Lansing.
This project will fit well into the fabric of the community, but we are also going to enhance the project with some urban design principles. I think that East Lansing will benefit from that, and we hope that, truthfully, the bar will be set with a new standard.
The evolution of student housing is clear. Students expect everything.
In the front of the space, it's really social. There are these big TVs, fireplaces, ping pong tables, and then in the back, there are more of the social study areas.
You've got exercise rooms, exercise equipment, places to lounge, places to study.
A fun element that we added was the outdoor area, the amenity deck. It's this huge feature where we have this Spartan S where the students can sit on this teak bench.
So often you'll see a development where the retail spaces are empty. And you don't have to worry about that when you have a tenant like Target that's going to anchor the project. People will want to be around them. They will know that there will be retail business and traffic coming into this development.
It was within moments that they saw the area and really felt like this was the right fit for Target. So what I'm excited about this store is not only will it be targeted to the college campus life, but it will also then be very targeted to the active adults as well.
We're going to have a really great mix of local Michigan businesses along with nationally recognized tenants. It's just going to be the proper fit for the community.
So a lot of planning went into moving those businesses, those that wanted to stay. Charlie Kang's, for instance, was a business that was doing very well. She went from a store that she'd owned for many years, successful. She was very nervous about losing that store. They helped her relocate, and she's doing gangbusters. She's doing really well.
Harbor Bay really cares about people in the area, especially like small family-owned business like us. My nephew, he came in and said, Grandpa would be proud, so I think we're doing well.
Harbor Bay was extraordinary in how they have partnered and delivered on things that I've never seen another developer do. The kind of partnership and the kind of things that they brought to the table that are above and beyond dollars and cents and rates of return for a developer are things I've really never seen before.
It's not always about the bottom line. By the time we finish this project, it'll be something that the city will be proud of, and that's really what our goal was when we started this.
And people look for those developers to do what they say they're going to do. There was no question when it came to Harbor Bay. They said something, they did it, and that's something that just can't be faked. It's something that you can't pretend to do that.
The Center City District project could not have been done without the commitment and partnership of the Ballline family. We can't be more thankful for the Ballline family, from Howard and Viv to Brad and Greg and Pam. Just a tremendous family that has the utmost integrity, sincerity, and have really been business leaders in East Lansing for 5 decades. So for them to make an investment and commitment to this project and stand shoulder to shoulder with us, I think is a great testament to the type of family and people that they are, and a family that East Lansing is very proud of.